Hi, welcome to the Baby Historian. Today we're talking about grandmother problems. Do you have them? For example, a grandmother unable to let a new parent learn how to take care of their own baby in their own way, or perhaps a new parent using their new role to get back at a mother they think did everything wrong by rejecting all offers of help or advice. Or perhaps adult children feeling entitled to use grandma as an always on-call free childcare service. It could simply be that as a new parent or a new grandparent, you feel like there's been an increase in tension or conflict between you. Well, I've discovered some 60-plus-year-old advice on how to avoid or reduce the quote-unquote grandmother problem that is just as applicable today as it was when it was written in the 1950s. When it comes to the grandmother problem, some anthropologists have asked the question, why do grandmothers even exist? And their answer became the grandmother hypothesis, meant to explain why female humans don't just drop dead soon after menopause. By living beyond our reproductive years, ostensibly with experience of pregnancy, childbirth, and rearing young children, and no longer having the physical burden of these things, we are able to support our own offspring as they have their offspring, thereby ensuring our genetic legacy. Those who live longer after menopause ensure their grandchildren's survival are more likely to have their traits for longevity conserved in evolution. But the hypothesis, of course, has many detractors, and there's other theories to explain human longevity beyond grandparenting. A topic for another time, let me know if you're interested. But if we accept some or all of the hypothesis, then it is the grandmother's involvement, or some might say interference, that helps ensure the survival of her grandchildren. So why is it a problem?
Be sure you soap his head thoroughly. It prevents cradle cap.
Yes, I know, Mother.
Dear Johnny doesn't want nasty old cradle cap, does he? If you'd only let me show you how.
I know how, Mother. They showed me in the hospital.
Now you don't rub him dry, you just pat him.
I am patting him.
He looks red. Maybe the water was too hot.
No, it wasn't, Mother. I tested it. It was just right.
Was it water too hot for Eddie Johnny? Be careful of his little head, my dear.
I will. Johnny, you better go in the kitchen and warm his milk.
Milk.
Not too hot, John. Catch the colic.
It isn't, Mother. He's just hungry.
I'm sorry, my dear. It's a touch of the colic. He's been crying for 5 minutes.
You see, Mother, he was just hungry.
If he were fed on time, he wouldn't cry.
As soon as we're organized...
Well, it's a pity he has to be fed on the bottle.
I haven't heard the baby complain as yet.
John never saw a bottle till he was 6 months old.
I won't say anything. I won't say anything. I won't say anything.
What's that, my dear?
So those clips were from the 1938 film Made for Each Other, which is available in full on YouTube if you want to watch it. About 18 years after that movie came out, Tinka D. Engel, who was a former psychiatric social worker, wrote about the grandmother problem in the March 1956 issue of Parents magazine. That's around 3 years before my own mother was born, so about this approximate age. Mrs. Engel is of our grandmother's generation, writing about our great-grandmother's generation. Based on her professional and personal experience, she believes the grandmother problem is an issue of either too much dependence or an insecure independence between parent and child when they become parent-grandparent, and also potentially a little bit of rivalry or competitiveness. But she also thinks that it can be avoided or remedied, and it just takes some self-awareness, a little empathy, and emotional maturity. I think her reflections and advice are timeless and can be applied today, not just between mothers and grandmothers, but between parents and anyone who develops a caregiving role or relationship with their child. So without further ado, let's read. Do you have grandmother problems? The mother-daughter-child triangle has always been one of the trickiest of human relationships. This article has been read and approved not only by several new mothers, but by several grandmothers. By Tinka D. Engel. When my first child, Timothy, was born, I remember lying in my neat, impersonal hospital bed with Mother's gift of roses on the table beside me, waiting anxiously for her first visit. Why was I anxious? Why not just relaxed and happy? Looking back, I know that subconsciously I felt the moment in which my mother and my son were introduced would symbolize the beginning of a new relationship between me and my mother, one that would have deep meaning for all three of us. Mother came in, and I remember noticing how smart and young she looked, not grandmotherly at all. She kissed me lightly and said that she had seen the baby through the nursery window and thought he was beautiful. Her manner was light and airy, and I knew from it that the moment was strongly emotional for her too. The incident may seem a trivial one, something like it happens to almost every new mother these days, but a generation ago, when a grandmother's role was well defined and almost as important as that of the doctor who delivered the child, it would have been unheard of. Today, the age-old relationship of grandmother, mother, child is on a new basis. The gray-haired granny of yesterday, with her automatic and unquestioned right to shelter, assist, and supervise her daughter's new family, has gone the way of the swaddling robe and the three-generation household. In her place, there is apt to be someone like Timmy's grandmother, youthful, independent, with a full life apart from her children, who is, nonetheless, truly eager to assume her role of grandmother. Nowadays, however, she can assume it only to the extent that her children permit. There is nothing automatic about her role, and the extent to which she takes part in the rearing of her daughter's family is determined not by custom, but by the love, the understanding, and the loyalty between her and her daughter. Unless human nature has changed much more than I think it has, this mother-daughter-child triangle has always been one of the trickiest of human relationships. No matter how well mother and daughter get on, with the arrival of a baby, particularly the first, all sorts of tensions and troubles, some perhaps unrealized before, come to full bloom. It is my feeling that the daughter of today, with more leeway in handling the problem and more understanding of the causes underlying it, can do a lot to smooth out these inevitable rough spots. Until Timmy was born, I worked as a psychiatric social worker in a child guidance clinic. Analyzing the troubles of young mothers and their children, I had found what at first seemed surprising. In fully half the cases, the grandmother problem loomed significantly large. This was expressed in various ways. Sometimes a woman still clung to her mother, running back to her whenever things got rough in her own household, so that a grown-up married life was never achieved and a stable home for the children was impossible. Sometimes a young wife would be dependent on her mother's help with the children for practical reasons, and find that inexplicably she and her mother now quarreled and disagreed so constantly that her home was a battlefield. Occasionally, a grandmother had taken over so fully that only she could do anything with the child, and the mother found herself a helpless bystander. Technically, I knew that the explanation for all these situations revolved in one way or another around the problem of dependency, but technical knowledge doesn't make one immune to personal problems, and I was shocked to see that when my baby was born, my relationship with my mother was a source of very real tension and difficulty. I had turned away years before from relying on her, but under the strain and newness of having my first baby, there was a strong temptation to go back to the little girl role. For some months, this didn't come out clearly, but took the form of turning to her for help and then, to her hurt, turning away. It came out directly with the problem of toilet training. She insisted that this must take place at 6 months. We had long, serious talks about it, and these sessions, even though the subject is comparatively slight, were somehow emotionally grueling. I can remember her saying, "Oh, darling, I can train him so easily in a week if you'll just let me take care of it." Although I knew her method was outdated and impractical, I felt a strong pull to let her take over. In the end, we were all relieved, even Mother, when I made it clear that Timmy would not be trained for another year at least, and then by me. In other words, I did, at long last, what I should have been able to do in the first place, just cheerfully announce what would be done and not discuss it at all. What we were wordlessly struggling over was this problem of dependency. Because my independence had been pretty well established and accepted by Mother long before, there was a minimum of resentment in this particular situation. But this is not always the case. The more dependent a daughter has been in the past, the harder her struggle to cast it off and the touchier she is about any new threat of domination. Dependency, however, is not the only basic cause for conflict. Competition and rivalry between you and your mother can be even more troublesome. If such rivalry exists, it will come out most clearly when both of you are fulfilling your major role of mothering. Marion Rogers, a patient at the clinic, considers herself a truly modern parent. She told me with satisfaction that her mother hadn't been allowed to come near the baby until she had read Doctors Spock and Gessel from cover to cover and been quizzed on them. Imagine how that grandmother felt. How humiliated and unhappy by the implication that she couldn't be trusted with a baby unless she followed the books explicitly. Yet it was a long time before her daughter realized how clearly her very satisfaction with the story showed her own competitiveness and insecurity about her mother. I remember a little girl of 7 who had been sent to visit her grandmother. When, on her return, her mother met her at the train, the child's first words were, "Granny says to tell you that I'm coming home very much improved." On the other hand, some new mothers are so possessive that they suspect rivalry where a grandmother is simply indulging the human desire to earn a little praise. I recall that sometimes when Timmy had been left in my mother's care, she'd tell me proudly how much longer than usual he slept, how much better he'd eaten, and so on. It irritated me until I gradually realized that this was her way of proving to me that it was all right to leave him with her. It seems to me that one of the hardest things for a daughter to realize about her mother is simply this: her mother is a human being with feelings and needs, loves and hurts like her own. This may sound silly, and many young women would say indignantly that, of course, they know their mothers are human, but if they examine themselves more closely, they'll see that they haven't fully felt it. When we are little children, our mothers seem so big and strong and immune to all the things that we, as children, feel. As we grow up and away from them, it may be a long time before we see them in the light of what we now know about life and human nature. When we have fully realized this, we will have gone a long way towards being really mature. I think that when your mother becomes a grandmother, perhaps the most basic step towards making a happy relationship for all 3 of you is for you to be aware first of your own feelings about her, and then try to understand what the new situation means to her, how it makes her feel. One of the most helpful things Mother and I did before Timmy was born was to have a long, honest talk about how we felt. For instance, her misgivings about relinquishing her youth came out, and this is quite a typical reaction nowadays when many grandmothers are attractive, worldly women who look younger than their years. My baby dated my mother in a way she couldn't deny. Later, when Timmy was born, the very fact of his presence was emotionally disturbing to her. Anxieties and conflicts she had felt as a new mother years before were revived now. She worried about handling the baby, was fearful of doing the wrong thing, anxious about his response to her. She didn't know how much she was giving him in the way of grandmother love. After a little while, during which, thank heaven, I held my peace and my distance, the fears wore off and she was entranced by her success with him. A baby evokes the most profound and complicated emotions in a woman, and while you are experiencing them yourself, don't forget that your mother, if she is on the scene, will be feeling some of them too. The baby will remind her of what may have been the happiest period of her life. Knowing well that Mother gave my baby a great deal helped me refrain from insisting that she do things exactly my way. When she was handling the baby, she was free to do it her way, and rather than confusing the child, I felt it added a new dimension to his experience. After all, when he grows older, the world isn't going to treat him my way by any means. As the months go by, some of the aspects of your mother's treatment of your child may disturb you. You may disapprove of them, but by the same token, the good things about your mother, the things you think of lovingly, will still be there too. I remember my surprise at first recognizing in Mother's handling of Timmy things I recalled from my own childhood. Cleaning the plate, clock-like routine, scrupulous washing, and so on. But I also remember how strong my pleasure was when Mother took Tim for a bird walk in the woods for the first time. My own memories of doing that were so lovely. If you try to retrain your mother, you will only hurt her. To her, it will imply that what she did with you was wrong, that she was a bad parent, and that this is your way of showing her how it should have been done. Her resulting defensiveness will harm her relationship with the baby. And besides, you may not be willing to see that there are many helpful tricks about baby care she can show you. Have you ever seen someone struggling with a puzzle when you knew exactly how to do it? Didn't your fingers itch to pick up the pieces and quickly fit them together? Your mother is quite likely to have the same impulse when she sees you floundering over some problem she feels sure she can solve. If she is wise, however, she won't interfere. It may be true that her way of doing things would be as practical as yours, but yours is the best for you, just because it is your own. Suppose that, in spite of all your effort, a time comes when you just have to ask your mother to keep hands off. Don't feel too badly about it, because it is done for the welfare of the child. On the other hand, a competitive or defensive daughter who takes such an opportunity to get back at her mother will, of course, only bring about more unhappiness. But if you are a mature woman, honestly trying only to protect your child, you will be able to put your point across in a gentle way. Actually, many grandmothers are so sensitive about interfering that there is often more need to draw them in than to curb them. When grandma comes to your house, the more quickly you establish that you are in complete charge and that granny has nothing to worry about, no responsibility to take, the sooner everyone will settle down. You can do this and still share the fun of playtimes, letting yourself enjoy how much these two, grandmother and child, love and give to each other. For your own part, when you do leave the baby alone with your mother for a time, don't burden her with voluminous instructions on every detail or check up constantly as if you were just waiting for her to make a wrong move. A few casual tips on how things usually go best, a brief account of the baby's routine should be enough. If, when you go to visit, you have your child on a regular routine, you should accept the fact that it is going to be disrupted. Even a young child is bound to be excited and stimulated by new surroundings, new faces, and doting attention. When you get home, it will only take a day or two to straighten things out again, and the importance to the baby of being grandmothered is worth it. Most of what I have said is, of course, predicated on your having a basically affectionate and mutually loyal relationship with your mother. If this is not the case, if, unhappily, you never really get on even at the best of times, then the time of your own new motherhood is not the best moment to undertake to reconstruct the relationship. Under the powerful stimulus of this new situation, all the old troubles may come out in full force when you are least able to cope with them. In this case, face the facts before the child is born and decide how you will handle the situation and then stick to it. Though my relationship with my mother is in no sense reflected in the situation described above, it took some experience of trial and error with tense times for mother and me to find a very simple rule that has turned our sharing of Timmy into a smoothly working relationship. The rule is simply that when we are together, the responsibility is mine, although the fun belongs to both of us. But when mother takes care of Timmy for me, I don't oversee it. The full responsibility is hers. When things can be worked out this way, it is one of the nicest experiences in the world. For you, it means sharing a deep happiness with someone very close. For the baby, it is a unique and precious part of his introduction to an expanding world. For grandmother, it is the fun of having another child without the daily burden of responsibility. And that's the end of the article. If you have any thoughts or experiences you'd like to share, please leave them in the comments. And if you'd like to support my work, please consider becoming a patron on Patreon. And of course, thanks for watching.